What is going on, guys? This is Luke here. Welcome back to another ranking. Today we're going to rank all 36 MCU heroes from the worst to the best. Well, we've got perfect tier here, amazing tier, great tier, good tier, meh tier, bad tier, and trash tier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiers, right? So we've got every MCU hero, literally. So we're going to start from here. So Hulk, alright. Hulk has some good developments. Especially in Endgame. Professor Hulk, I'm not really a big fan of it. Hulk and Thanos didn't really get a rematch. Hulk has always been something in MCU that has interested me, but isn't one of the best characters. I mean, I don't really like Banner, but Hulk is pretty good. So I'm going to go in the great tier, I think, for Hulk. I think Hulk will go in the great tier. I think that is the right place for Hulk. Right. Okay, so Shuri. Shuri is intelligent, but she's too intelligent for like a teenage-year-old, and she's always been that side character to Black Panther, the sister that is alright. She's alright. She's meh. Alright, I've always she just hasn't had a good character development yet. So yeah, then we got Quicksilver. He died really quickly in Endgame in Age of Ultron, so I'm gonna put him in bad tier because I didn't really like him, to be honest. He's in the trash because he was quite unique, stuff like that. We have Wong, and there's nothing really wrong about the character, but he's Doctor Strange's mate, basically. He's the assistant to Doctor Strange. Hasn't really got a good character development yet, so I'm gonna put him in the meh tier as well. I think that's pretty fair. So yeah. Then we have a Captain Marvel. I don't really like Captain Marvel. She had a good introduction in Captain Marvel, but I'm gonna get it put in the good tier. She's alright. She had her own solo movie. I mean, it's between good and meh. I mean, Captain Marvel, she's alright. Endgame just put her low on my list. She wasn't the great, now she's in the good because you know Endgame I don't really like her in Endgame. She's just too powerful. They have Mantis. I'm gonna have to put in bad tier. I mean, she's quite funny. She's not really funny, but she has a good power to use to hallucinate, whatever it is. But she hasn't really good character development, and she's a bit weird as well. So Doctor Strange. Oh my god, I love Doctor Strange so much. He is definitely going in the amazing tier. He's wise and he's good and he's an awesome character to be in the MCU. By the way, I can't rank all these characters from the worst to the best. It's just way too much, so that's why I'm putting in the tier list. So yeah, that's why you're seeing this. Alright, so we have a Korg next. He's going in the meh tier because he's funny and all that. He just hasn't got a character development yet. We've seen him in Thor Ragnarok and Avengers Endgame. In Avengers Endgame, he just played Fortnite all day. So yeah. Then we have Teenage and Baby Groot. He is probably going in the good tier. No, the meh tier. Yeah. He's meh. You know, Teenage and Baby Groot, they're alright, but not as good as Big Groot, because I think Teenage and Baby Groot hasn't had a good development. Baby Groot's cute, but I don't really like Teenage Groot, so that's why they're in the mess here. 11 o'clock, I know. Then we go Falcon. Falcon is going in the great tier. No. Yeah, I think he's going in the good tier, because he's always been Captain America's assistant, sort of side person to Captain America. You always see him through Captain America's eye. But now we're getting a TV series of him and Bucky. We're probably going to get them both a bit more developed, if you know what I mean. So he's probably going to bump up my list if I watch that. Then we have War Machine. He's going in the great tier. I mean, he's been here as long as Iron Man. He's been in Iron Man in 2008. But now he's leaving the MCU. He hasn't had that much screen time at all, really. Since Iron Man 2008 to now Endgame 2019, he's been in the MCU for 11 years. I think they should have killed him off in Endgame because that would have been better. I mean, now he's like gone from the MCU. He's resigned and stuff. But he's always been Iron Man's side person. There's Spider-Man. He's gonna go. Which one? Good tier. I'm gonna go put him in good tier. I don't really like Spider-Man, but he's unique. And you guys are probably getting mad at me if I put him in the meh tier. Not going to put him in the bad tier, that's alright. He's right. But Spider-Man, he's alright. I mean, he just doesn't take anything like that seriously. I don't really like that. But yeah, I haven't seen Far From Home yet. That's probably why. I'll see Far From Home soon. But yeah, then we have Okoye. Okoye, I'm gonna go in the bad tier because I don't really like her that much. She's just always a side character to the Black Panther, and she's just a bit boring. Because I don't really like her. But yeah, the Wasp. The Wasp. Where am I gonna put her? Good. Yeah. I'm gonna put her in the meh tier because she's alright, but she needs a better character development. I think she hasn't had really good one yet. She's just been Ant-Man the Wasp. But yeah, something about the Wasp I don't really like at all. But she's alright because she's quite unique. Then we have Nebula. Then she's gonna go in the good tier because she had a lot of development in Endgame. But prior before that, she has just been that annoying character. But in Endgame, it just developed her character a lot more. I like that. Then we have M'Baku. I'm putting in the bad tier. I don't know why I'm just putting all the Black Panther characters so low. Black Panther's next as well, but M'Baku, he's alright. He's always that character that hasn't had development yet, and always that side character again. But yeah, no, there's nothing much to say about him. Black Panther, he's probably going to the great tier. I mean, he takes a lot of things way too seriously. He's very overrated, I think. He's not funny at all. That's one thing. And he's just... I don't really like I never liked his costume, but I liked his backstory and everything. That was quite cool. Then we have Bucky. I'm going to put him in the good tier. Same with Falcon. He's basically the same as Falcon, to be honest, just without wings and an arm. But I think Bucky is actually a bit better than Falcon, but not enough to get into the great tier, if you know what I mean. Bucky was always, he had the metal arm and stuff. Punches people, you know. But he's been the villain most of the series, and I like that. He makes a good villain, and he's quite a good character, but not as good as other characters on the list. So next we have Pepper Potts. I'm going to put in the meh tier. The reason I put Pepper Potts on my list because she had armor in Endgame. She was kind of a hero in Endgame, and yeah, she's alright. She just hasn't had that much character development either. She's been in a lot of MCU films, but nah, not really that good at character development. Then we have Vision. I think I'm gonna put him in the good tier. I mean, he got killed off really quickly. No, not really quickly. But he should have been killed off in Endgame, I think, not in Infinity War. But he had a good character storyline. He's about the same as Black Panther, really, but just a bit lower because he's a bit more boring. And nothing much to say about him. I like his relationship with Scarlet Witch. But overall, he wasn't that good of a character, to be honest. Valkyrie, I think I'm going to put her in the meh tier. There's so many meh tier and the good tier here. But some of these characters that just hasn't had good character development yet to be in my other tiers. But yeah, Valkyrie is a good character again. She's just been in Thor Ragnarok and Avengers Endgame. She had a lot of character development in Thor Ragnarok, but she's kind of that boring character. She's a bit funny sometimes, but you know, she's always that side character to Thor again. So yeah, then we have Nick Fury, the one that basically put the team together. Really, I'm gonna put him in the good tier. So many good tier. I mean, there's so many characters that are good in this series. Nick Fury, he's always been in nearly every single MCU film, but I think he's leaving in the next few years. But yeah, Nick Fury has always been that side character to all the Avengers, and always that guy that keeps popping up everywhere. So, yeah, then we have the Adult Groot. Adult Groot is going to go in the great tier. He sacrificed himself to save all the Guardians in Guardians of the Galaxy Vol 1. It's awesome for James Gunn to develop a character that only says, I am Groot, and also it's just such a big moment where he says, we are Groot, and sacrifices himself. And in my opinion, he's a lot better than, where is he? Where's the other Groot? I can't find the other, am I blind or something? Literally, oh, this guy here. Yeah, he's a lot better than that, but yeah. Another hero. Then we have Star-Lord. Star-Lord, where am I going to put you? I'm putting the great tier. I like Star-Lord. He's just a bit annoying in Infinity War. He really popped down my list in Infinity War. but I saw Endgame and he really popped a bit up my list because I liked him in the few moments he was in Endgame, like the ending with him and Thor and the shit. That was quite funny. He's always been that funny character in Vol 1 and 2 of Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, he's a good character. Then we have Loki. I think he's gonna go in my amazing tier. I love Loki. I'm gonna put him in perfect tier. You know, Loki has always been one of my favourite characters in MCU. I don't know why. Loki is always been one of them. Always been Thor's brother. I mean, Thor and Loki, they're both amazing in the MCU. Amazing. Incredible. Yeah. Then we have Drax. I'm gonna put him in the amazing tier. I don't know, man. No, I'm gonna put Drax in the perfect tier. I love Drax. He's really underrated, in my opinion. I think Drax is a really good character. He's just funny in every scene, and he can be serious, but he can be really funny. He's never in the middle. But I like the bit where he's invisible, and he puts a biscuit up to his mouth. That's awesome. But yeah, Drax has always been one of my favourite characters in the MCU. They have a Scarlet Witch. She's probably going to go in the great tier. She's had this amazing storyline, amazing arc, but she hasn't been popped up the list because she's a bit boring sometimes, and that makes her low down. There's nothing really much to say about Scarlet Witch, that's why I'm like stumbling. But yeah, let me say for Iron Man, I'm probably going to put him in the amazing tier. The reason I'm putting him in the perfect tier because he's never been, in my opinion, he's a bit lower than most people, but just Iron Man doesn't really. He is a good character in some scenes. I love his armor, man. I love his armor, but it's just Tony Stark. He's always been a bit serious and a bit annoying sometimes, but his sacrifice in the MCU should put him up to the perfect tier. But I'm afraid of. I don't know, man. It's just hard. But I'm gonna put him perfect tier. Iron Man's good. He's really good, but it's just sometimes I don't take him too seriously. Probably the least favorite in the amazing tier, but he's really good. Perfect tier, sorry. But yeah, next for Ant-Man, I'll probably put him in perfect tier as well. Ant-Man has always been a really good character in the MCU. Really funny. I've said that about 1,000 times, but he's really funny. And yeah, I love Ant-Man. It's one of my favourite movies in the MCU. But yeah, Scott Lang, he always cares about his family first and his daughter. But yeah, then we have Yondu. Yondu's probably going to go in the meta. He's alright. I like his whistle arrow, but he's never been really a big character of the MCU, you know what I'm saying? Maybe Gamora. I'm gonna put her in the bad tier. I'm sorry guys, but no. I'm gonna put it in there. I don't know, I like that moment when he threw Gamora off the cliff. The music was the only bit that made me sad, to be honest. I never really liked Gamora. She's a bit too serious and a bit annoying. But yeah. I mean, Infinity War really got a character development up, but it didn't really interest me. So Hawkeye, probably going to go in the great tier. Hawkeye's always been that character with the bow and arrow, and then Avengers Endgame, he probably would have been the good tier, but Avengers Endgame boosted him up to the great tier because he had Ronan, he lost all his family, and it made things, what Thanos did, way more personal. Then we have Rocket. Rocket is definitely going to be perfect tier. Rocket, oh my god, amazing. Rocket is absolutely amazing. I love Rocket. 2 bits. He's just been Guardians of the Galaxy Vol 1 and 2 and Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War. The Rocket's been in. All of them he has just been with Thor's side, and he makes everything in Avengers Endgame way more personal as well. He lost all his Guardians of the Galaxy friends, everyone except Nebula. This Rocket was the only one left, and he really tried his hardest in Avengers Endgame. That boosted him up to the perfect tier. Love him. He can be annoying though, but he's pretty good. Then we have Scarlet Witch. Black Widow, not Scarlet Witch, or Natasha. She's probably going to be an amazing tier. I like Natasha. She's quite good. And when she sacrificed herself, it makes me a bit sad. But she is a character that had development so slowly in the MCU. Like she gets character development layer by layer every single MCU film she's in, starting off with Iron Man 2, ending off with Endgame. It's just amazing. She's been a character in MCU since 2010. 9 years, man, amazing. Captain America definitely going in the perfect tier. He's been amazing. I mean, Avengers Endgame just boosted him up my list because he had The Winter Soldier, which is my second favourite MCU film. Then we had If it's a game, we should be boosting up my list because he had Thor's hammer peak. Thor's hammer, that was epic stuff. Epic. Captain America is amazing. Then we have Thor. Thor. I mean, we have to create another tier for this, man. Like, literally, Thor is my favourite character in all MCU. Thor. Right up here. Right up here, man. Thor is going all the way up here. Alright? All the way up here. Because Thor is my favourite character in all the MCU. He doesn't even deserve to be in the perfect tier. He deserves to be on top of everything. I mean, Thor, favourite character ever. He had lost everything. Thor 1, he didn't lose anything, did he? No. Thor 2, he lost his mother. And he thought he lost his brother. Then in Thor 3, he lost his father and sister. And his hammer, and his eye, and his home. And half of his people died in Infinity War, and his brother died in Infinity War, and his best friend Heimdall died in Infinity War. Literally, he's lost everything. Literally, nearly everything. Lost his girlfriend as well. But yeah, Thor is just amazing. He's funny as well. He's just an amazing character in the MCU. But yeah, that's why I put him on top of everyone in the list. I mean, there's no one in the trash tier. I mean, I could put people in the trash tier like Mantis, but I think that's a bit mean because everything. There you go. There's everything ranked in the MCU. Man, every character in 16 minutes. It's pretty good. But yeah, guys, if you have enjoyed, please smash the like button. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.